Hello and welcome to the first video chat from Clash Planet. I'm Paul, I'm here with Aidan.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And we're here to discuss the Microsoft E3 press conference that we've just witnessed. Excuse me. So, Aidan, what do you think?
I was very impressed actually. It's probably the best thing we've seen from the next gen console so far. I was particularly happy with the games, to be honest. I didn't think I would be, but I think they opened very well with Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, that looked very good. And Jack Bauer, the voice Jack Bauer.
You see now Mike's going with different
opinion
there.
That was way off, mightily. I mean, yeah, he's a good actor. He's a good voice actor, but he's not Snake. And they're really pissed off.
Yeah, that's the difference for me. I've never played a Snake game, so it's...
see, Mike's been playing them since about 1996 with the same voice actor.
But I'm quite a big fan of Jack Bauer.
Imagine they changed Master Chief's voice actor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. I'd be quite upset as well. But...
And what would you say was... So your biggest impression was from the games?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think? They started off with that. They moved on to, got my notes here, a Roman game, Sons of Rome, Rise. That looked epic. I really thought that looked really good. It looked like 300 in a game, as it's meant to be.
So what did you think of Rise then?
No, I actually do really want to play it. I'm a little annoyed by some historical inaccuracies, but I can.
You weren't moaning about the size of the shields.
Well, the shields are pathetic.
And I agree with you on that. As soon as you pointed out to me, I was like, yeah, that's about third of the size it's meant to be. That's not right.
But other than that,
it seemed a good game, and it also, I could tell when there were connect bits in it. For instance, when they were calling for shields and they were putting the shields up, but it didn't seem to be run. Considering what we'd heard from it before, was that it was going to be an exclusive Kinect powered game.
Yeah.
I was very much worried to be like, there's going to be someone, like we've seen in past conferences, where someone stood in front of a camera, waving an imaginary sword around.
Yeah,
I was really worried that's what it was going to be.
It seemed really pad orientated actually.
It seemed a good mix of both.
Yeah, there was a lot of prompts to press X here, press B, which I'm not a huge fan of, but at the same time, I rather that than Kinect.
Yeah.
And the scenes that it cuts into because of that are very cool, very 300, blood and limbs flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite like it.
With your shield.
They also mentioned, because it was quite quick in the conference, they opened with Metal Gear immediately. There was no introduction.
Yeah.
Then they brought Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear, out.
Yeah.
Which I was at that point I was like, they're going to announce Metal Gear as an exclusive. That's big.
You were like, oh my god.
but they didn't do that. But then they moved on really quickly to the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
There's a new form Xbox 360, sort of copying the look of the Xbox One somewhat. Apparently it's available right now.
Yeah.
That was a big kind of was almost as good as the Sega Saturn reveal. Well, the Sega Saturn reveal was this. It's out next week.
Yeah.
Or I think it was like tomorrow or something ridiculous.
They mentioned a lot of updates.
Yeah, there was an update to Gold.
Yeah.
They've kind of matched the PlayStation Plus service, where you get
2 games every month. As of July the 1st. The first 2 will be Halo 3 and Assassin's Creed 2. After that, you can see games. Actually, I didn't write down any of this after that.
Yeah,
but they're releasing other games as well. New releases they're expecting to come out on this console this year. Stuff like Splinter Cell, GTA 5. I'm sure there was others. Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2, a huge game that I actually expected to see some of. The Xbox One version, I expected that to be a big...
Yeah.
Because the Demon Souls and Dark Souls, as they've come out, have been huge kind of underground hits kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's one of it's that type of game where you are challenged.
Yeah.
But it's only the hardcore gamers that are like...
I really want to be...
games don't challenge me anymore. They don't challenge me like Sonic did back on the Sega.
Yeah.
Whereas this does. This goes beyond that.
I was quite surprised when we come to the Xbox. There was no... The Xbox 360.
Yeah.
There was no price drop announced. I expected them to be like okay, we're moving to the next gen.
Yeah.
We're going to give you 2 games a month, and if you're new and you want to buy a new one, not only will you give you 2 games a month for your gold subscription, we're also going to lop off 50 quid.
Yeah.
That could have made it a very, very happy Christmas kind of for people that haven't yet bought an Xbox 360.
Yeah. Or it would be nice for like games that are just starting out, like 6-7 years old.
Yeah.
You can get one of them for Christmas.
Yeah.
They also announced
Might do that.
they also announced that Microsoft points on the Xbox One
Yes.
will be no more. Now you're going to know the exact amount.
In
of
regional
money.
currency,
Yeah.
whether that be euros, dollars, pounds, or yen.
Yeah.
I can really see this being quite interesting because the thing is, with Sony's already been doing this.
Yeah.
With the Microsoft points, they've always been able to like squeeze an extra 10-20p out of you here and there.
Definitely.
Just because you can't spend that 100 points without getting some more points.
Yeah.
So it's turns into if you can.
Although saying that on the I know this is a Microsoft thing, but just briefly on the PlayStation 3, you do have to buy £5 at a time.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm totally.
Well, as far as I'm aware, it says add £5 to wallet type thing.
Okay.
But
It's just
but yeah, I'm glad they're doing that. Even though I have always worked out the currency exchange, I think it's something like 80 Microsoft points to £1.
Yeah.
I've always worked that out.
Yeah.
Just to make sure so I know exactly how much I'm spending. But I mean, there are a few other things they showed. A lot more games.
Yeah, they showed a lot.
I mean,
of
yeah,
games.
with what we've done, 2 games.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct.
Which I was as someone who played Killer Instinct in the arcade and on the Super Nintendo and on the N64, I was disgusted by it.
Yeah, it didn't look very
It
good.
just
I shouldn't comment on this game because I don't like those games anyway. Beat 'em up games are not my type of thing.
it played like Killer Instinct, but it looked like, why didn't you just do this on the 360?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's what I thought of it as well. But
Well, they could have released
again,
it on the original Xbox.
I don't think it was that bad. That's pushing it too much, I think. But
they had Sunset Overdrive.
that was the parkour
The
game.
parkour with
Multiplayer and zombies.
Yeah, some sort of
That's
zombie alien
that's
race.
from Insomniac Studios, and is that is that one of their exclusives?
Yes. Yes.
no,
all the games bar Metal Gear so far are exclusives.
Now, apart from Rise, which no, sorry, not Rise. Apart from Fuse, which has recently been released, Insomniac have previously only been working with the Sony PlayStation 3. So that's a big. Now, keep in mind that Sony locked down all the first-party studios they wanted, and didn't even approach Insomniac. So whether that means they weren't happy with the work they were doing. I know Fuse hasn't sold particularly well, so maybe they were. I suppose they don't mind because they've been bought out by Microsoft.
It looked like something different, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I wasn't overly impressed at the same time.
The thing is, with that kind of cartoony style, I think you want some humour,
Yeah.
and it didn't seem to strike me that way. Like Team Fortress 2 has a bit of humour to it, has a bit of like,
Yeah.
But it could be good. I mean, I'm looking forward to the EA press conference of possibly Mirror's Edge 2. People have been going for. So people obviously want that kind of parkour style. Like movement.
Yeah, definitely.
So it could be a huge thing.
They showed Forza 5 after that.
I mean, that's an
It's very graphically impressive.
It's impressive, but at what point did car games stop wowing? Personally, I haven't been wowed by a car game since last gen because it's just like, yeah, that looks like a car.
Yeah.
You can make the wheels slightly more round, and you can make everything a little more shiny. But at the end of the day, it's a car.
But what about the driver tire?
Oh God, the driver tire. Now we've just while we were waiting to set this up, we just watched another video that kind of explained it a little more.
Yeah.
But on the stage, it was kind of like it learns how you play, and then you can press a button and it will play as you play.
All I can think of is that Twitter post that we read.
In Soviet Russia, game plays you.
That's brilliant.
But as it was being explained afterwards, that's to be used as AI for other players.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting, but they did spend quite a long time of their piece of the presentation
So
Talk-
you can play games without playing games.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Exactly. It's a bit of a. No, it's just
I-
a bit of a pointless thing to do. Really.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
spend
right.
I wouldn't spend that much money to watch a gameplay itself.
Next game after that was I'm not sure what they're calling it. It's definitely Minecraft. I'm not sure
It's
if they're
just
calling it
Minecraft,
2.
Minecraft Xbox One version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be
Bigger maps.
It's gonna be the PC version of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because the Xbox 360 version is the fastest selling Xbox arcade game.
Yeah.
That's-
I don't blame them for doing it.
That State of Decay is now second, by the way.
Mm.
That is the second best selling game.
I haven't played that yet, but I will do. Next one was a scientifically sound game, Quantum Break.
Oh, it's more like Relativity Break, if you ask me. It's about
It seemed to
stopping time.
Stopping time. But see, that worried me because you had that really that was the one from the reveal
Yeah,
where you had that really
they're
creepy
very
girl.
famous.
Now apparently this is going to be an interlink between a TV show made by Microsoft Television Studios, which has just opened,
Right.
and that game. Now keep in mind that we saw a bit of the TV, I imagine, in the reveal, and what appeared to be an FMV cutscene
Yeah.
in the press conference we just watched. At no point have we seen gameplay. But that being said, Remedy are a decent studio. They made Alan Wake, so they're very good at kind of like the atmosphere kind of things. So it could be good, but for something that's already been kind of shown off, they could have done with doing a bit of gameplay, a bit of what is this game about.
Yeah,
They
no,
were-
I agree with Mike. They need to show so much more.
They were trying. They were talking about, oh my god, they've come for the formula or something. And it was like, well, who have? What's going on? Why?
I loved it though when they went. I can't explain the science behind this. And Mike's like, of course you can't.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. It's just like the biggest cop out story.
Yeah. It's like there's a huge scientific story, but we can't explain it because we put an idiot as the main character. Well, we assume he's the main character. I assume he is. After that was D4. I'm not sure if this is some sort of bad dice game.
No, D4 is it's a cell. Correct me if you've heard this before. It's a cell-shaded comic book style episodic game.
I've never heard that description about a game before.
You played one,
Have I?
and you really liked it.
What was it?
It's called The Walking Dead.
Okay. I still haven't heard a
Is that
description like
cel-shaded?
that.
Yeah, that's cell-shaded. That's because it's shaded like the comic book, which is and
So a game about the Walking Dead.
it's like that, but instead of being about a zombie apocalypse, it's a murder mystery,
Alright.
which I think would be a great idea for an episodic game.
Be interesting, yeah.
Especially if you be like, I accuse you got it wrong. You've imprisoned someone for life.
Okay, wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
Every time. After that was Project Spark.
Which looked like a really good game for like kids and people in their early teens.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
jog my memory what it was, yeah.
It's like a bit like Minecraft in it's a create your own world thing, but it's very goblin-y.
Yeah, to me it was Minecraft
wizardy.
meets Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
And even though we said it looks kiddie, I don't think I'm gonna have the patience to like. I'm gonna program this rock to come and
Yeah.
jump after me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna program this to happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna program no.
It will appeal to adult gamers.
Yeah. Anyone has.
And adult games are the ones who are going to do the most with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most patience.
But
I've got no doubt there'll be some good stuff come out for it. I just don't think it'll be something that I rush out to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to skip a few things and carry on with the games. If not.
Good, that's no
Yeah.
problem.
Crimson Dragon, the one that had
Oh,
no sound.
Crimson Dragon. The ad came up, and this wasn't the only problem that Microsoft had.
No, but it was the first.
It was the
one.
first. Let's take a look at this. It's
You just flying around with dragons.
It's
Yeah.
a spiritual sequel to Panzer Dragoon for the Sega Saturn, which was very well regarded at the time. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to have made any kind of big advances since then. So you're playing a game from the mid-90s, basically.
Yeah, the graphics were quite jaggy looking. You were just flying around with some dragons, really. That's all I could tell from it. And
But
there was
again,
no sound.
there was no sound. You know,
Unless that's in the game.
people do say that sound is at least 50% of the experience. A lot of people that credit
Yeah.
sound to making you feel.
Yeah,
So,
no, I could understand how that work.
Now, next was an exclusive, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, which I was quite
bit of a
surprised.
shocker.
Dead Rising 3.
Yeah.
zombie apocalypse game.
Yeah, I mean, if you like Dead Rising, you're gonna like this, I think.
Yeah, it very much was. You like Dead Rising? Here's some more Dead Rising.
Yeah.
A noticeable improvement on the graphics, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
They were certainly chucking some zombies at you.
Yeah, there was a fuck ton of zombies in that game.
But,
I'm not a huge
And it
fan
had
of zombies. but-
smart glass integration.
Yeah, but they showed the smart glass integration as in, right, now I'm just going to stand here, there are too many zombies, so I'm going to get out my phone, and I'm just going to use smart glass. Oh look, airstrike, done.
So you could have just
Get
pushed,
black.
you could have just pushed a button.
Yeah, exactly.
That
it's
kind of
literally-
strikes me as what smart glass kind of. I don't really see how it's gonna.
Yeah.
Like at least with the Wii U, as much as we malign it, you can play that game on this screen here.
The most I could ever really want to use it for is a lot like you use the Waypoint app. I don't know if you have the Waypoint app for Halo on
No.
your phone.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
A
no,
lot
I
like
know
it was
that.
just it was just checking your stats, having a look at what challenges were for the day on that game.
Maybe
I
that's
just
gonna become a
expect it
huge
to be
thing.
a bigger version of that for all games.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it will be that, but they seem to be. Some developers seem to be trying to integrate into their games as well.
I mean, that could be a huge, setting your own challenges could be a massive thing
But-
for all we know.
And all from what they've shown, it just looks like they're testing the water with it. So obviously, if there's a big backlash and customers don't like it,
Yeah.
then hopefully they'd stop doing it. Hopefully, we don't know. Maybe they won't. But let's keep going on. Well, you will like this. After that was Witcher 3.
Now, as a big fan of the Witcher series, I'm really looking forward to this game. It looked really good.
Yeah, I was quite impressed. I mean, you didn't see much, but you saw enough to get your taste buds.
They already
roaring.
stated it was going to be a massive, rather than the like focused. That's it's both a good thing and a thing that worries me. They said it was going to be like an open world Witcher game, which on one hand is like that sounds amazing, but if it ends up like a massive world, which I imagine it would do, it could be a bit overwhelming. Like I find the Elder Scrolls games to be.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing in the Elder Scrolls, but from what I've seen of The Witcher, it's a very story-oriented
Yeah, I'm
game.
kind of I want that story to continue.
After that was Battlefield 4. The second problem they had at
Oh,
E3.
that was amazing.
That was brilliant.
You
suck, Xbox!
Xbox sucks! There's all we had some booing because it crashed.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Nothing
Right,
worked.
watch this.
The person running the demo nearly walked off.
He tried to, didn't he?
He was going to walk off and he went, "What?" And keep in mind, he's completely mic'd. The mic was still working. What? We're continuing? Poor guy.
Yeah, oh, come on though, man. If you do Battlefield, if you develop those games and that, you send out someone who can wing a presentation when
Yeah.
it needs to.
You just
It
go,
don't
"What?"
take much to go, alright, it's not loaded, hopefully it will in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you stuff about Battlefield. We've got better graphics, the environment's going to destroy. You tell people
Yeah.
stuff that people already know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to like trade secrets
But
out, but you just wing it
right.
for a couple of minutes and they go, well, oh, there we go, it's working, or it's not going to work, sorry guys, maybe we'll do it later.
It reminded me of the original Xbox reveal where Bill Gates and The Rock were trying to play a, I believe it was an NFL game,
Right.
and it blue screened.
Awesome.
And lucky for Bill Gates, The Rock was there, because that, you could just spout off any old rubbish. And
Yeah.
It was the early 90s.
That's
It
his
was
job,
the-
isn't it?
Yeah,
He's an
it
actor.
was the late 90s. It was The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But Battlefield 4 actually looked good once we
Yeah,
got
once
to see
we got to see it, it did look like a good game.
Yeah, I mean, to me it just looked like Battlefield with improved graphics.
Yeah.
But what would you really
But
want
again,
from Battlefield?
well, I want to know about the multiplayer because
Yeah.
even more than Call of Duty, there are Battlefield games out there that don't have a single player. The whole point.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people who don't play Call of Duty play Battlefield.
Yeah.
Because it's more of an accepting
Yeah.
community.
I'm very bad at shooting people on online games. I'm not twitchy enough to be fast enough, but I can quite happily sit there in Battlefield and throw him ammo and him health, or just in case I'm insulting you, him ammo and him health.
You're not more likely to need help than maybe.
Yeah, to be fair, you got it right the first time, man. Yeah, but it looks good, it looks sound. After that was Below.
Below.
Oh,
It was
they didn't
fr-
show you much of that, did they?
No, it's an indie game. This is their one mention of indie gaming.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
It's from the people who made Swords and Sorcery.
Right.
Say that again, Swords and Sorcery. It's so good to say. And there really wasn't much to say. It appeared to be a very over the top kind of exploration game. And I mean, from over the top, I mean viewed from above and viewed high from above,
Yeah.
because you were pretty much
Well,
that big on the screen.
Yeah, you were tiny.
And there wasn't much, but it was good for them to get some presence on such a massive stage.
Yeah, sure, and it's good to see that indie games are making a comeback, no matter how big or small. I mean, I know there's a lot of debate around
Yeah, but at least
how accessible it's going to be for them. So
For the Xbox One,
yeah, which is a bit of a shame if it's not very accessible, but at least it'll be accessible in some form. But yeah, looks good. After that was a Black Tusk Studio announcement.
Yeah.
Did they even show the name of the game?
No, there was no name. of the game.
I've just got the notes. Black Tusk? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
See, I was on this. For some people online, I'm well aware that this was apparently going to be the next big thing, and they were really looking forward to seeing what it was. So I feel very bad for them, because we got, what was it, a minute, 2 minutes?
Less than that.
Less than that.
It was literally
Like
like
a second.
A fly through a city, a bloke coming down a skyscraper.
It looked like Splinter Cell.
Looks like Splinter Cell. Or
Like
Silent
one of
Hill.
the original Splinter Cells where he's still wearing his suit and he's got to sneak around stealthily
And
instead
that
of
was
shooting stuff.
there's
you
not.
fired some sort of futuristic gun, and that ended the demo.
But that's well, the demo was a video.
Yeah.
Video,
But that was. I feel really bad, because I know a lot of people were saying it was going to be amazing.
Well, to be fair, it looks good from the small piece we've seen.
Well, we haven't seen
But-
anything.
Yeah, exactly. But from what I've seen of nothing, it looks alright.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, just a man climbing through a building.
I like men climbing through buildings.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm into.
But
Yeah. After that, bizarre scene. Was,
yeah, that was kind of like, we've told people stuff's going to be here and it
yeah.
hasn't arrived.
Yeah, well,
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it was.
Or
bizarre,
maybe they had to cut something because of time, because of the amount of time the Battlefield thing.
Oh, Battlefield.
It's possible.
Yeah, you never know. After that was Halo 5.
Yeah.
Well, then no,
What?
they never called it Halo 5.
Oh no, they called it Halo. So maybe it's Halo 1.
They called it
Another release.
Halo 1.
Halo.
That'll make sense.
Halo
Not
1.
the console.
The 1.
Yeah. Well, Halo 1's called Halo Combat Evolved, so this might be Halo 1. It's a completely different name.
Like the Halo 3 reveal, it was a pre-rendered, a very beautiful pre-rendered cutscene.
Oh yeah, I really liked it. Same with Halo 4, they're the exact same thing.
Yeah. The man in the desert road.
Yeah,
Sand.
exactly. Walking through sand dunes, all of a sudden something bursts out the ground, which turned out to be some sort of foreign technology. Obviously,
I was like,
foreign
they're making a
technology.
Dune
Because
game?
it had orange eyes, which is
Well,
around.
as soon as you saw his hand, it was like Halo.
Yeah.
So I know that armor, spot on. Whatever body part, yeah. But
You
they-
filthy man.
Yeah, that's right. But as soon as they blew the hood off him, I was like, why is he wearing those? He's wearing battle armor.
See, annoyingly, I kind of lost interest when that happened, because
Yes, so did I, 'cause it looked really
it looked
good.
like a new property, like
Yeah.
something that we've never seen
It,
before.
it looks so good, but then when they do that, it's like, well, now it looks stupid because he's wearing armor that protects him
Yeah.
from sand, protects him from bullets.
Unless
It's gonna be
he's on the
sand.
run in this one and he has to cover himself up.
Possibly,
That's
possibly.
possible. That could be the storyline. He's on the
Yeah.
run. He's on the run and he has to.
And he meets up with a gang, and they
Maybe
plan a
he teams
heist.
up, maybe he teams up with Forerunner.
Ah.
Maybe he teams up with an elite, and that never happened. That's crazy.
That's blasphemy.
Maybe he teams up with the Protheans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong series.
No. Maybe.
There are
maybe not.
something like Protheans in there. I forgot what they're called.
Prometheans.
Well, that's the ones with the vision.
Yeah, something like that. They're very close together. And same type of story actually.
Generic precursor alien race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, look, the graphics look sound. But it looks a lot like Halo 4 to me, like the graphic wise.
Yeah. But
Slightly
Halo
different,
4
anyway.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I can't.
even I, as someone who isn't a massive Halo fan,
Yeah.
will admit that Halo 4 is probably the best looking game you're going to get on there.
Exactly. I don't think you're going to find a game that looks better.
Now, don't get me wrong. In 3 or 4 years, I fully expect those graphics to be
of
blown
course
away.
you do.
But
But to say the best looking game on Xbox 360 at the moment is going to get a new release next year, like a continuation of the story, and the graphics are going to look as good as they do now, you can't really complain. A lot of games looked a lot worse than
yeah,
this. So.
yeah.
After that was the last exclusive, I believe, which was Titanfall.
It's the last game they showed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Is mechs really?
Titanfall
Soldiers versus mechs.
is from the guys that made Modern Warfare, the original 2, Modern Warfare 1 and 2. They left after pay disputes and to form their own studio, and it's basically, like you said, man versus mech. I really liked the way it looked. I really liked what the idea behind it. But it's a first-person shooter. They know what they're doing with first-person shooters. Had a couple of neat ideas. I don't know whether those mechs are kill streaks or what.
yeah, they kind of look like it, but who knows?
You know, in Halo, when you get enough kills to get ordnance, I think it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah,
But like,
it definitely looked like they were playing multiplayer there.
Yeah.
It didn't look like story.
But I really like the idea of being able to, like, you run up as a mech, you pick the person up, you throw them across the map.
Yeah.
yeah, there's some cool bits in it, but
There was some good stuff. I expect the story to be better than Modern Warfare stories because now they can go anywhere, they can do anything, they can have any kind of weapon they want.
And when these guys were making Modern Warfare, the stories were good.
Yeah.
The stories now, personally, I feel like gone very downhill. So since these guys left, so I'm hoping they bring the story with them. I don't know if they're responsible for story, but if they are, then hopefully
And then there
you'll
was
bring that back
one
to
last
gaming.
announcement, wasn't there?
They
They announced that.
Oh well, we've still got all this here as well.
Oh, you want
so-
to go back?
No, you can.
I mean,
I think that's
I
a
kinda
more
wanna-
important thing.
I kind of want to talk about this before we. I think that we should touch on that last.
All right.
But I kind of want to talk to. I want to talk about their partnership with Twitch.
Just so Mikey can read notes as well.
Sorry about that.
that's alright.
This is from me. This is fully expected because at the PlayStation reveal, they revealed that you can copy any part of your game, and they will upload it to Ustream, which is a massive online streaming service. But there is one bigger, and it's Twitch,
Yeah.
especially for gaming. And Microsoft have signed an exclusive partnership with them. Now, I don't know whether all your stuff gets uploaded to Twitch or they decide what it's
Live
going to.
stream.
Yeah, or you can live stream your stuff. But again, that's a huge, massive thing.
Yeah, I don't know how accessible it'll be for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you need some sort of, like you get YouTube partnerships, you need a Twitch partnership or an Xbox partnership to access it, you
Possibly.
need to prove yourself. I mean, which is fine, you don't want to be flooded with crap, do you?
No.
And so, who knows? But it may be accessible to everyone, and if it is, then maybe if you're interested in this, you should get on it now, so your name's already out there and you've got a head start.
Yeah.
Because you can stream your PC games onto it.
Yeah, I'm
if you play
going
PC
to
games.
start streaming PC stuff. I think.
Can you do anything else, or is it just PC?
You can
stuff?
stream whatever you like as long as you run it through your PC.
Yeah. Oh, so you can't do Xbox.
Oh no, if you get a TV card, you can stream your Xbox through your TV.
What about PVR? It's debatable.
possible.
Yeah.
I don't really know,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming so.
But still, it's a big thing because Twitch is huge.
Yeah.
If we went on there the other night at like 2 in the morning.
And there were 3,000 people watching Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. was on
Vice
there.
City, not even like 4. Vice City, not even San Andreas.
And there are impressive people on there as well. We
Yeah.
saw some guy doing a speed run through Dark Souls, and he's 40 minutes in, he's at a point where it's taken me like, I don't know, 26 hours to get to. Like, you bastard.
I'm so
I
sorry.
know, it still gets to me.
And should we move on to the last?
Up to you, man. I mean, it was.
I mean,
we've
there are other things,
We've got a
but
couple of minutes.
they're small. You know,
yeah, Steam Pro.
I mean, they have in the dashboard now. They have apparently made it so you can play a game while arranging another game.
Yeah.
So the thing I said, which is, I think this is right. You can be playing, say, Killer Instinct, which is the thing they showed, but you could also be arranging or searching for a Halo game. Now I don't know what kind of ADD you need to be playing one game while looking for another one. You might as well buy 2 televisions. If you're that crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Well, they did it. They were in the. Well, the way you did it sounds more logical. You're playing a fighting game while you're waiting for a match, but they did it with Rise, which is a big campaign story thing, and it's middle of a campaign fighting some barbarians, and then suddenly you switch to
Your game is
Who actually does that in real life?
Yeah,
Who
I
want
mean,
that? It seems needless.
It reminds. I mean, I find their television stuff needless because I don't watch live television.
Yeah.
Same here.
So-
Side players, things like
Yeah.
that.
Occasionally do, but in live.
But even then,
6
you're not going to be
months
like, I
ago.
need to check the internet while I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
the stuff I was watching live 6 months ago. Unless it's the news,
But-
I don't watch live anymore.
Well, I
I'll
suppose
watch it on iPlayer.
that's another discussion. I suppose I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to get onto the whole
Yeah.
television thing. I mean, they certainly didn't mention television at all in this
Which
press
is
conference.
good, because I didn't want
They
to
didn't-
hear it. I
they
heard it
didn't
for an hour
touch
and a
it.
half last time.
I expected them to say something.
Yeah. Well, I expected it, but I'm glad they didn't really. Which is another reason why it was a vast improvement. But I think that's pretty much it.
That
isn't
is
it?
pretty much
Apart
it.
from the last blow.
And the last thing they stated that the Xbox One were launching a lot of pretty much what they would class as a worldwide release,
Yeah.
which isn't worldwide.
No, but it's pretty close.
It will launch in November. They didn't state a date.
No.
For $499 or 499 euros or 429 pounds. Now, for those of you keeping score at home,
It was £320 that converted into, if you get the American price, it converts into £320. Well, is it 320? Yeah, £320. So we're being ripped off
by 109.
£109, which kind of sucks.
So those kind of sting. I mean, it's, like I said to you earlier,
It's typical of Britain.
it is typical of what happens to us. But at the same time, 100 quid.
Stop doing it, man.
That's
Yeah, could we stop doing
that's
this?
a year of Xbox Live and a game, or as you were saying, that is a week of fuel.
No, I thought it would be like 50 quid.
Yeah.
If it's 109 quid, that's almost half my rent.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
2 brand new release games and, I don't know, a couple of points.
Well, you won't be able to. It's not like you can run out and get second-hand ones.
Exactly.
Easily.
It might actually be cheaper. So get on the Eurotunnel, go over to France and buy one there, because that converts into being well, it's the same price. Obviously, you obviously say the same. But even in Europe, you're being ripped off by 22 euros.
That's still a hell of a saving compared to.
Yeah, I'd much rather be ripped off by 22 quid.
Maybe we could kind of. I mean, if we decide to get an Xbox, I mean, after all it is E3, we don't know what Sony are going to do. They could really blow us away. I mean, to me, this was an impressive press conference.
Yeah,
To me,
it
I
was.
was going to ask, out of 10, what do you think, and what would you say about it?
I'm giving it. Well, I'm going to give it a 7, but 2 of those points have been dragged up by Metal Gear Solid alone, in my opinion. Nothing other than Metal Gear Solid and Rise, sort of Rome, blew me away. Some other stuff was impressive, but nothing other than those 2 blew me away really. And nothing they did really made me forgive them for what they've done with other stuff.
With about the DRM and the other stuff.
I think if I go on presentation alone,
No, don't just.
Well, you just said what do I rate the conference?
Yeah, but don't go on presentation. You got to go on the whole.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
I thought you were like, it looks really nice.
I mean, if I'm not saying whatever they've announced before and whatever they've said this time, I'd probably go with an 8, because what I saw, if I was looking at it on its own, was really appealing. The only things that I didn't like was obviously the price. The price is a bit too steep for me, I feel, and the games, most of them don't appeal to me. There are 1 or 2 I'm like, I'd quite like to play that. But one of them doesn't come out until 2014.
There isn't one. There isn't a game that I mean, I really like the look of Titanfall, but it is not a game where I would go, I have to pay £429. And I've done it before. There has been a game at the end of a press conference where I've gone, I'm not really feeling this, and I think it was, don't hit me like, I think it was a Final Fantasy game. I think it was back in the PS1 days.
See, personally, I think they've done this the wrong way around there.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw today, but I think they should have done all this stuff at the Xbox conference 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks.
And just tell us all about the games they're releasing, and everyone would have been like, alright, that's pretty cool. They've shown us quite a lot, and then today showing us all the Kinect stuff and all that.
They got crucified.
Yeah, well, I don't care. That's what I want to see. I'm a customer. I'm the one who's got to fork out an extra 120 quid from the Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, even to be honest, even if the PlayStation 4 comes in at £400,
Yeah.
it's £29 difference, but to me that is going to seem like a massive saving for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Think of all the games on Steam you could buy with that.
It's true. It's true.
Right.
So you're saying 7. You're
I'm
saying
saying
8.
8. What about yourself?
I'm going probably. I'm going to go with a 7.5.
There you go.
As I'm sat in the middle, I'm going to be between these two.
And that is the average score that has been given by Clash Planet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 7.5 it gets.
Obviously, we're doing more of these videos. There are more press conferences to come. The PlayStation 1 is like 2 in the morning till 4 in the morning, so I doubt
For
we're
us
gonna
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for us it is. There is an EA one and an Ubisoft one. We'll probably group those two together because they're much shorter.
So hopefully another 2 videos over the next 24 to 48 hours. Hopefully. So if you like what you just watched, I'd definitely subscribe to our channel.
Please subscribe to our channel. We do want to produce content, and we want to hear from people who want to hear from us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you like what you see, cool, tell us. If you have constructive criticism, please tell us. If you don't like us, okay, that's fair enough. Don't subscribe.
Yeah, don't subscribe.
It wouldn't be good.
If you don't like us, subscribe anyway. It's our hits
If
up.
you don't like us, send us to someone you hate.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know so and so, he's really annoying. You know, it'd be fun
Yeah.
if we got into his YouTube account and subscribed into that rubbish
Or
thing.
just send him loads of links.
Yeah.
Spam him. Spam him. Or her.
But
Yeah.
that was it. It was a packed hour and a half, and I only have 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, because what do you think Sony are gonna? Let's do a quick 5-minute thing. Keep in mind that we don't know anything about Sony's. This is going to be a complete.
This is definitely going to be longer than 5 minutes, isn't it?
Well,
No. One thing you think Sony will do.
Oh! They'll show us the console.
yeah.
They will show us the console.
Obviously they're gonna show us.
Yes, I've done it. I've done my part.
Well, I'm just saying, Uncharted, they'd be fools not to.
I don't think we'll get enough Uncharted.
That's not your part.
I know.
What
Your
do you
part.
think we will see? Not what do you think we won't see?
I think they'll announce the price, and I don't think they would have done until Microsoft did it.
Ooh.
And you think they're just going to edit what they were going to originally price that?
Could do.
I hope they do, that'd be smart of them.
Unless they edit it up.
Yeah, it's £700.
Yeah.
Well.
Well,
And that's everything from us for now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you later.
Stay
That's
tuned.
goodbye from me, and that's goodbye from him,
Goodbye from me.
and goodbye from him.
Bye!
Bye bye.